But let's not delay this further. As promised, let's take you to Arkade Developers' rare project site in Bhandup, where we spoke to Chairman and Managing Director Amit Jain. Take a look at this special coverage from the KYC team. Hello and welcome. Interesting conversation. I am in conversation with the management of Arkade Developers. I have with me Mr. Amit Jain, who is of course part of the founding family of Arkade Developers. Mr. Jain, first off, great speaking with you. Thanks so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, we are on site, so you'll see the development of Arkade Rare happening in the background as we talk. But sir, a little bit about this project. First off. It's a 750 crore GDV project, around 430 residential units, around 50 commercial units. How quickly do you anticipate completion?
Our internal target for possession is financial year 26, wherein we should be done with the completion of the project.
And how many units already booked or already sold?
85 residential units are already booked.
So around 20%.
Around 20%.
And commercial, you all aren't yet?
Commercial, we propose to launch very soon.
Okay.
We haven't yet started the bookings.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Correct.
Yeah.
And so how should we look at new launches as well as how should we look at gross development value for Arkade? So currently you're at around 7,000 crore GDV. You closed that at Q3. You've added a couple of projects thereafter, around 3,700 odd crore in terms of GDV. So your current GDV pipeline is around 10,700 crore. What's the new acquisitions you're looking at, both greenfield and brownfield, and how are you looking to balance those?
Acquisition is an ongoing process, both on the land side as well redevelopment side. We have a strong business development team working around the clock on both the sides. And this financial year, we are looking to launch 4 projects, 3 redevelopment projects in Santa Cruz, Goregaon and Malad, and 1 land project, which is the Filmistan one in Goregaon West. And this pipeline of 10,700 to 11,000 crore, our internal target is to complete it in next 4 to 5 years.
Understood. Yeah. So FY26, you launch the 2 projects which you've gone ahead and announced?
No, so 3 of the redevelopment projects are the ones which are acquired earlier.
Okay.
And the land project is the one which is acquired in the last quarter of this financial year.
Understood.
January this year.
So FY26, you'll have 4 launches in all.
Yeah.
And cash flow will start to accrue from FY26 only. So what's your pre-sales target for FY26, if at all there is one?
So 20% is what we target our pre-sales to be of the total potential. So amongst the 4 projects, the top line potential is 3,500 crore, out of which the 700 should be acquired through pre-sales at the launch stage. The remaining will follow as per the progress of the project.
Understood. Yeah. And that should be sufficient to fund your
that
aspirations.
Should be sufficient to keep the ball rolling in terms of cash flows.
Understood. Yeah. And how much would that be? So just give us a perspective. You've got a healthy pipeline, therefore. FY26, how much of this 700 crore will you utilize? You currently sit on around 100 crore of cash. So how much do you utilize and therefore how much are you left with?
No, we pump in the total proceeds towards the approvals of the project and the construction of the same project. We do not take it outside the projects.
Understood.
Yeah, and if required, we pump in from our own funds.
Understood.
Towards the approval and the construction.
Understood. So you use it project-wise, SPV-wise, you don't...
We have a strong financial discipline. The take home is only towards the end when the projects are sustainable, self-sustainable.
Got it. And while I was going through and reading up, I got to know that your average completion in terms of project time is 23 to 24 months, which is fairly healthy.
Very healthy.
What makes you stand out in terms of completion time? What gets you that
So,
kind of
two
completion?
things, like we start the projects only after having all the approvals are in place. So none of our project is stuck because of the approvals. That is one thing. And our sales velocity are very strong, and the cash flows subsequently because of the sales velocity are very strong. We have a very, very dynamic and young execution team which takes care of timely completion and achieving the targets, and we work day and night towards achieving our targets.
Understood. So, and therefore you're confident that that will be maintained even going forward.
Yeah, we are getting stronger and stronger. The team is getting bigger and better only.
Understood. And how are your margins like?
Margins, we have a healthy PAT of around 20%.
Got it.
Currently in financial year 25, until the 3 quarters, we have 20% plus PAT.
So, but that's also because a larger proportion of what you are doing currently is greenfield versus a redevelopment. Redevelopment currently around 35%, if I recall right, during listing.
Okay.
That mix was expected to change a bit. You were expecting a better mix or a larger mix coming from redevelopment. Is that understanding right?
Maybe plus or minus 5%. It may vary year on year basis. But we always see to it that our margins are intact and getting better only. With every project, every delivery, the premiums that we manage to get in for the end product is increasing only. So the margins should get better and better.
Okay, and how are the IRRs for each of these? So, is the IRR broadly the same? Redevelopment
IRR
versus
as in return to investment is broadly the same. Top line to bottom line, it may look like the margins are better in land product, but return on investment, the money invested is lesser in redevelopment. So the return on investment is broadly the same.
Got it. And is there a goal to make it 50-50 or no such
We'll try
goal
to
with
have
regard to
a
mix?
fine balance. We'll see to it that we are around 50-50 broadly in both the segments.
Competition a concern in the markets you operate in?
So there is enough space for all of us. The residential market is a big market, and there is enough space for all of us.
Understood. So let's try and dive deeper into numbers therefore. So around 10,700 crore odd is the anticipated top line from all your projects over the next 4 to 5 years.
Plus the additional inventory which is there in the existing projects. So totaling to 12,000 crore.
Okay, so 12,000 crore odd, and largely all of that will get recognized in your P&L over the course of the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So as it gets recognized, you'll make roughly a 20% margin on it. So around 2,400 crore is the PAT that is anticipated.
That's what the plan is.
So that's the best way to look at it in terms of cash flow. Of course, FY26 looks like a decent year. What about FY27 and thereon? Enough funds which will come in to support all your development projects?
We keep on accruing. The discipline is a lot. We do not disburse the money here or there. The discipline is a lot.
Understood. And the profits coming in from projects will then fund new projects. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's cyclical.
Currently, no debt on your balance sheet. Any plans to take
debt.
on?
We are sitting on cash. We are sitting on 100 crore plus.
Correct. But any plans to take on debt at some point?
And when, if at all required, we'll go in for construction finance, which is available at a lesser rate.
Which is just what's the rate that you get in terms of?
It's around 9%.
Okay, understood. Understood. At this point, of course.
If at all, maybe in extreme case scenario, we may dilute our equity. The second best option.
But it will be a fresh equity issue.
Fresh equity.
You won't be selling. Currently, you own 70%. You intend to continue doing that.
Yeah.
Understood.
It's only for business, not for sales purpose.
Can we say that around 12,000 odd crore, the next 5-year anticipation is that 12,000 crore odd of top line will get recognized on your P&L, which will convert to around 2,400 crore of PAT. And thereafter, you'll keep launching bigger and better projects. And you'll keep growing within the real estate market. What's the aspiration like? Is it to go to other geographies or is it to stick with MMR?
Stick with the core markets. That makes it safer. And as and when you get opportunities, we go out slowly and gradually. Like currently, we are in the process of going to Thane markets. So slowly and gradually, we go northbound. But as much as possible, stick to the core. That makes it safer.
Actually, let's go across on site, see how construction work here is progressing. Very interesting project. Nearly 500 units, commercial plus residential, coming up here. Mr. Jain, I want to try and understand as to how this is playing out. So, when did this start? When did this construction start, and how quickly has this happened?
So the
For
construction
perspective.
started in September 24,
Right.
and we are here in March, and we are done with the foundation for all the 7 wings.
Okay.
A to G, we have 7 wings in the project, 430 units. And we are at, this is the phase 1 of 4 wings, where you see the work for 3rd and 4th slab ongoing. And the work for other 3 wings is going on at the 1st floor slabs.
Got it.
And we intend to complete the project by next year,
Got it.
December 26, and hand over the possession by March 27.
And what's the risk of approvals not coming through? At what stages do approvals come through, and is there a risk?
So the
of that?
beauty of Arkade is that we started the project only after having all the approvals in place.
Understood.
We have 100% approvals in place for the project. Yeah.
Understood. So these are currently the parking lot.
Yeah, we have parking lot of ground and 4 podiums.
Got it.
Yeah.
And thereafter,
Thereafter, 1 floor is dedicated for the amenities. We call it as eco deck.
Right.
And thereafter starts our habitable floors.
Understood.
From the 6th to 21st floor.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Got it. And what's the current going rate at this point?
So ongoing rate is around 24,000 per square feet of RERA carpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that change as the completion or as the project nears completion?
It increases. Generally speaking, it increases as per the progress of the project.
Understood. And do you expect a sustainable square foot, the price at which you've quoted 24,000?
Yeah.
You expect that to sustain over a medium to long term?
Yeah. There is not much available at these rates. These are kind of the least rates that you can find in Bombay.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay. And so this completes by end of 2026, you said?
Yeah. Next year.
Okay. And then you hand over to...
The possession, 3 months for all the handing over arrangements, and then we hand it over in March 27.
Great. Very, very interesting. So we've tried to break down how the project also goes about in terms of timelines. But thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. And breaking this down for us and our viewers. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So that was, of course, the management of Arkade developers, and we've tried to break it down on this edition of Know Your Company. Hope that was helpful. But completely out of time on this edition of the show. From myself, everyone who puts the show together, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit. More action on the other side.